Have you ever wondered why so many older people refuse to go into a nursing home, no matter how old they get? At 84, I can tell you, that decision doesn't come easily. It comes from a lifetime of experiences, hard lessons, and knowing exactly what matters most when the years are fewer than before. For some, a nursing home may look like safety and structure. But for others, like me, it feels like the end of freedom, dignity, and choice. That's why I've made up my mind, I will never go into a nursing home. And today, I want to share with you the 5 biggest reasons behind that choice. These are not just my personal feelings, but truths that many seniors quietly hold in their hearts. Each reason tells a story, and together, they show why avoiding a nursing home is about far more than avoiding a building. It's about protecting the spirit of who we truly are. Stay with me until the end, because the last reason might surprise you. It's one that very few seniors openly talk about, but once you hear it, it may change how you look at aging and independence forever. Let's begin. Reason number 1, losing personal privacy. One of the biggest reasons I refuse to go into a nursing home is the loss of privacy. At 84, I treasure my personal space more than ever. Privacy isn't just about closing a door or sitting alone in a room. It's about owning your life, having freedom to be yourself, and choosing when to share your time with others. In nursing homes, everything runs on schedules and check-ins. Staff are around you all the time. While some people may find comfort in that, to me, it feels like the walls are closing in on my independence. Privacy gives dignity. Being able to decide when you want company and when you want solitude is a deep part of feeling human. But in a nursing home, that privacy often disappears. Shared rooms, staff walking in without warning, your daily life monitored for safety. Think about Margaret, an 85-year-old widow who had lived alone for nearly 20 years. She loved her quiet evenings, reading, praying, or simply sitting in her garden. But after a fall, she moved into a nursing home. Suddenly, her peace was gone. Staff checked her constantly. A roommate kept the TV on when she wanted silence. She told me it felt as if her last possession, her privacy, had been taken from her. And she's not alone. Many seniors feel the same way. Losing privacy is not only frustrating, it is exhausting. It makes you feel like a child again, constantly supervised, rarely trusted. That constant oversight chips away at dignity and self-confidence. And that is not how I want to live out the years I have left. At home, privacy means peace, reflection, and freedom to live at my own pace. That is a treasure I refuse to surrender. Reason number 2, the comfort of home and memories. Another powerful reason I will never step into a nursing home is the comfort that comes from staying in my own home, surrounded by the memories that shaped my life. A house is never just wood, bricks, and paint. It is a record of who you are. Every corner tells a story, every chair holds a memory, and every photo on the wall reminds you of the moments that gave your life meaning. To leave all of that behind for a facility, no matter how well it is run, feels like tearing away a piece of your identity. There is a unique peace in waking up in the same bedroom you've known for years, with sunlight streaming through the very window you've looked out of for decades. The old wooden table where family dinners were shared, the armchair where you've spent countless hours reading, or the backyard where you planted trees and watched them grow, these are not just objects. They are part of your soul, part of your history. Nursing homes may be clean and orderly, but they can never replace the emotional comfort of living among your own memories. Take Eleanor, who is 82. She raised her children in the same house she still lives in today. Every time she steps into her kitchen, she recalls the smell of Sunday dinners. Every holiday decoration connects her to family traditions. She once told me, if I ever had to leave this house, it would feel like leaving half of myself behind. That kind of bond cannot be packed into boxes and carried to a nursing home. It is rooted in the walls, the floors, and even the air of a home filled with decades of love. Staying at home also brings stability. After 80, sudden changes become harder to accept. The routines, noises, and strangers of a nursing home can feel overwhelming compared to the steady rhythm of a familiar environment. Home comforts the body, but it also calms the mind. It lowers stress and brings a sense of safety that no institution can offer. For me, the comfort of home is not about luxury or convenience. It is about belonging. A nursing home may provide a bed, meals, and safety, but it cannot give you the feeling of truly being at home. That is why I choose to stay where my memories live, because they are part of who I am, and I will not leave them behind. Reason number 3, distrust of institutional care. Another reason I will never go into a nursing home is because of the deep distrust I feel toward institutional care. Over the years, I have seen too many stories, in the news and from people I personally know, about seniors losing their dignity in places that were supposed to protect them. Now, I understand not every nursing home is the same. Some do their best. But the thought of being treated like a number instead of a person is something I simply cannot accept. At this stage of life, respect matters more than almost anything. And I have no desire to live in an environment where that respect could be overlooked. The very structure of institutional care often puts efficiency ahead of individuality. Meals are served on strict schedules. Personal routines are interrupted. Staff, though often kind, are stretched too thin, with too many residents and too little time. And when that happens, the small details, the ones that make a person feel human, get lost. Being rushed through a meal, having little say in your daily activities, or waiting too long for help with simple needs can make a senior feel invisible. Take Harold, who is 85. His daughter shared how he lived in a nursing home for 6 months after a fall. The facility was clean, and the staff meant well. But Harold was deeply unhappy. He had always been particular about his mornings. He loved sitting quietly with his newspaper over breakfast. But in the nursing home, breakfast was at a set time. If he missed it, he went hungry. That loss of personal freedom, combined with the constant feeling of being managed rather than cared for, left him bitter and restless. And then there is the issue of trust. Families may place their loved ones in nursing homes hoping for safety and comfort. But many seniors quietly fear neglect or even mistreatment. Sometimes, it's not even big things. It's the way staff might speak impatiently, or the way a senior's concerns are brushed aside. Even small dismissals can leave lasting scars. For those of us who value dignity above everything, that loss of trust is enough reason to say, no, a home should be a place of belonging, not a place where you question whether your needs will be met with patience and kindness. For me, distrust of institutional care is not about rejecting help. It is about protecting my identity and humanity. I would rather lean on family, neighbors, or local resources than risk becoming another name on someone else's checklist. That is why I choose to avoid nursing homes. Not because I deny their purpose, but because I do not trust they can give me the personal care and respect I know I deserve. Reason number 4, the value of family and community support. Another powerful reason I will never go into a nursing home is because I believe in the strength of family and community. Throughout my life, I've seen how children, grandchildren, neighbors, and longtime friends create a network of care no institution can replace. Growing older doesn't take away the need for love and belonging, it makes those needs even stronger. A nursing home may provide shelter and care, but it cannot provide the warmth of being surrounded by people who truly know you. Family support gives seniors a sense of purpose. When a child calls just to check in, when a grandchild stops by with stories from school, or when a neighbor knocks on the door to share a meal, it reminds you that you still matter, that your presence still brings joy. Reason number 4, the value of family and community support. Another powerful reason I will never go into a nursing home is because I believe in the strength of family and community. Relationships with children, grandchildren, neighbors, and longtime friends create a kind of care that no institution can ever replace. Growing older does not erase the need for love and belonging, it makes those needs even more important. Nursing homes may provide meals and shelter, but they cannot give the warmth that comes from being surrounded by people who truly know you. These connections remind you that you are not just being looked after, you are still part of the circle of life around you. That sense of belonging cannot be bought with monthly fees or provided by rotating staff. It is rooted in love, history, and loyalty, bonds built over decades. Take Patricia, who is 84. She chose to stay in her home with the help of her daughter and a few close neighbors. Her daughter does the grocery shopping, while a neighbor helps with the yard work. In return, Patricia bakes when she has the energy and shares stories that bring everyone together. Though she sometimes struggles with health issues, she says she feels richer than ever, because her life is full of people who make her feel seen and valued. Her story shows how family and community can step in where institutions fall short. Community support is just as vital. Churches, senior centers, and local programs often provide meals, assistance, and opportunities to connect. These aren't only practical, they keep seniors socially engaged. Being part of a community means having a role, whether it's volunteering, attending gatherings, or simply passing down wisdom to younger generations. Nursing homes, with their rigid structures, can sometimes reduce seniors to passive recipients of care. But family and community allow you to keep giving as well as receiving. That balance preserves dignity and self-worth. For me, leaning on family and community is not a burden, it is the natural way of life. Humanity has always survived through generations supporting one another. I would much rather rely on those bonds than hand over my independence to strangers, no matter how professional they may be. That is why family and community support is one of my strongest reasons for avoiding a nursing home. Reason number 5, commitment to self-care and lifestyle. The final reason I will never go into a nursing home is my personal commitment to self-care and the lifestyle that keeps me independent. Over the years, I've learned that small daily choices add up to make a big difference, especially as the body ages. Eating balanced meals, staying active, keeping my mind sharp, and paying attention to my health allow me to continue living at home. I cannot control every change that comes with aging, but I can control how I respond to it. And that determination gives me strength. For me, self-care is not only about health, it is about discipline and dignity. I wake up each morning with a routine that grounds me. Whether it's stretching, preparing a simple breakfast, or taking a short walk outside, these habits may seem ordinary. But they create a rhythm that sustains both my body and my spirit. By caring for myself in these ways, I reduce the chances of depending heavily on others or being pushed into an institution. As long as I honor these routines and keep working with the body and mind I have, I can live a life that feels full, free, and truly mine. This commitment is my promise to myself. It is what allows me to say with confidence, I will never go into a nursing home. Reason number 5, commitment to self-care and lifestyle. The final reason I will never go into a nursing home is my personal commitment to self-care and maintaining a lifestyle that keeps me independent. Over the years, I have learned that small daily habits make a big difference, especially as the body grows older. Eating balanced meals, moving every day, keeping my mind sharp, and paying attention to my health allow me to continue living in my own home. Of course, I cannot control every change that comes with aging. But I can control how I respond to it. And that determination is what gives me strength. Consider James, who is 82. Despite arthritis and occasional heart troubles, he makes it a point to walk every day and prepare his own meals. He once told me that those simple actions are his shield against losing independence. Because of his determination, James still lives in the home he built, surrounded by memories. His story proves that while aging brings challenges, consistent self-care can delay the need for outside help and strengthen the confidence to live alone. Lifestyle choices also play a powerful role. Staying connected to hobbies, reading, gardening, or even simple household tasks keeps the mind active and the spirit engaged. Nursing homes, with their rigid schedules, cannot always provide that same personal fulfillment. But when I tend to my own needs and continue doing the things I enjoy, I remind myself that I am still capable, still in control, and still living with intention. For me, self-care is not just about health. It is about protecting identity. By continuing to live in a way that reflects who I am, I maintain not only my independence, but also my sense of self. And that, more than anything else, is why I will never go into a nursing home. Final thoughts. As we close this video, I want you to pause and think about the 5 reasons I've shared today. Each one reflects more than just personal preference. They speak to the deeper values that so many seniors hold close: independence, comfort, trust, family, and the daily commitment to self-care. These are not small matters. They are the foundations of dignity. And they are why, at 84, I have decided that I will never go into a nursing home. This message is not meant to criticize those who choose differently. Every person's path is unique, and for some, nursing homes do provide safety and peace. But for many of us, the idea of giving up the life we built, the memories that shaped us, and the choices that define us is simply not an option. These reasons are not about fear. They are about strength, about protecting identity, and about living with purpose until the very end. So I ask you, what stood out to you the most? Which of these reasons do you feel in your own heart, or see in the lives of those you love? Your reflections matter. Because when we share our stories, we remind each other that none of us are walking this path alone. Aging is not only about the challenges we face, it is about the choices we make to keep our spirit alive. Thank you for being here with me today. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Share one thing you learned and how you plan to carry it into your life. Reading your words gives us motivation and encouragement to keep creating meaningful content. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue bringing you stories and insights that inform and inspire. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.